I got some live. How you guys doing? I'm gonna burn my incense stick today. Just thought I would go live while I do it. Foom Fee Fweedle and I had a good session yesterday. He got me to breathe deeply, and I'm in a good place, you know. There's always going to be haters and stuff. People say bad things and whatever, but it's only as good as whatever credit they have, you know. Not financial credit, but whoever they are, what's behind the hate, insult, or threat, or whatever it is. It can't be any bigger, better, or worse than the person saying it. And I honestly, I don't take my haters that seriously. I mean, I've already been hit by one, and I'm still here. I've got Andy McKnight that hates me, but so what? Let him rail about me the rest of my life. It doesn't affect me. You know. But let's talk about something more positive right now. I've been thinking about my musical influences again. And I was thinking of all the guitarists that you know that I get that I've been influenced by, and some of them whom I channel. You know, like I'll channel a certain person. And if you start with Hendrix and all that, and go all the way to the end of maybe Yngwie and Vai and all the shredders of the late '80s, because once the '90s hit, it was grunge. So I wasn't influenced. Well, whatever. I'm just talking about the style I play. It's funny that the center point, both in time and also maybe the height, like maybe a peak of a mountain. And I'm not just saying this, but it's Eddie Van Halen. I thought about that today. Before him, people did great, and after him, people did great. But when he was here, when he started, and he invented, I know he didn't invent tapping. Nobody invents anything. I mean, nobody even invented the wheel. It just was already there, I guess. But to me, he started tapping. To me, he invented it. You know, maybe somebody put their right hand on the fretboard 30 years ago before him. But in my book, Eddie invented tapping. Okay, if I'm wrong, well, so I guess I'm wrong, but that's still how I feel. And not only that, the style of the music itself, not just that he invented a technique. He could have, you know, that's great. But it's not even just that. It's the music he put out. It's the tone he had. It's the licks he played. It's the riffs he played. And plus he had attitude, stage presence, charisma, looks, the whole deal, you know. And of all the guitarists there's a client. I'm gonna go live. Of all the guitarists to get your head around in history of guitar, he's the hardest one to get your head around in my book, you know, and probably the last one after you get your head around everybody else, then you get your head around Eddie Van Halen. And he had some close predecessors before him, such as Ritchie Blackmore and Jimmy Page and people like that. And he had what would be the opposite of a predecessor, a postecessor. People that came after him, like Randy Rhoads and Steve Vai and Eric Johnson and all that. But right in the middle, Eddie Van Halen stands like maybe higher than the rest. It's like he's the dividing point. There was before Eddie, there's after Eddie, then there's the whole thing, and Eddie kind of stands in the middle to me. That's what I think right now. You know, I mean, my thoughts, you know, are what they are at the time, and that's what I think today. And I channeled him in my live today, my live that I did in the hippie room. I channeled him. I'm not, you know, not. Someone's going to say I'm comparing myself to him, but that's not my intention, and nor do I believe I'm doing that. But I tried to feel as though I had myself I tried to internalize tapping technique as if I had actually created it myself, making it, like owning it, making it my own. Not that I know, not even though Eddie invented it, but to get the expression he had from it when he tapped, and the passion and the conviction he tapped with, I had to go with it as if I had invented tapping myself. Even knowing I didn't, knowing that I was not even playing guitar yet when he was rocking stadiums with David Lee Roth and everybody, and just rocking the world with. There's a picture on the Diver Down album. It used to be on the back cover. It shows Eddie and the band playing a live sold out crowd. It shows the whole crowd there. It shows it from behind, so you see, Eddie, behind Eddie, the camera shows the whole audience. And to realize that was the year I just picked up a guitar for the first time. So and I'm channeling Eddie today too. I'm channeling him. I'm just connecting with the tapping technique, like in the way I just said, makes it sound different than it does if I don't. And I want that sound. When Eddie would tap, it was like he wasn't even doing a trick. It wasn't even, for him, it wasn't even like, now I'm tapping, now I'm not. It's just the way he played. He said that. And I'm just, I'm channeling him so that I can tap with the most conviction and confidence and passion that I can. That's all I'm saying. So, and I tried to, and it actually makes me slow down when I tap, if anything, because I'm putting more passion in the notes. They're not just flying by mechanically. I'm actually feeling the feel of the tapping, and that makes me say, hey, when we listen to that, it slows me down a little bit. It makes me say, oh, let me play it where I can hear the notes better. And that goes hand in hand with my approach that I'm starting to develop of really not just putting shred as number one all the time. Sometimes, yeah, but not all the time. Sometimes my voice is number one. Sometimes my meaning in importance. Sometimes my rhythm playing and songwriting and lyric writing is number one at the time. And it's not just shred. It's shred within the context of the song I write and do everything else also on, So thank you, Foom, for the call yesterday. He was very encouraging, because when Foom says I've had a good session, that's to me, that's code for I'm doing well. Because he does, I'm not pulling any wool over his eyes, and nor do I feel like I could. And so when he says it's a good session, it comforts me. So I'm glad. Thank you for that. And plus, I sent the palm print. Foom, I hope you got the palm image I sent on my yesterday. It was during my I think it was during my live in the Studio 666. But just in case, I'll give you one more. Just something told me to do that. Just in case. Well, now I'm not sure you can see this. Well, maybe the lighting is weird. I'm moving the hand around so you can maybe see different parts of the hand. Maybe just in case that wasn't conclusive last time. Yeah, Foom had an interpretation of my my scar on my left hand, which I literally cut on a little rock in the town of Little Rock, Arkansas, and when I was like in 4th grade. And because we traveled a lot between California and Colorado, I'm a really good traveler, David. That'll be helpful on the road. I love to travel, I really do. Walking is a form of traveling. It's just not as fast and not using an aid, but a vehicle. Well, that's what I mean. But I cut my hand on a rock in Little Rock, Arkansas, and Foom said that I'm a little rock. That I've been chiseled off of a big rock, and I'm a little rock that was a part of the big rock, and that makes me. We interpreted that as meaning that the big rock is my dad, Jim Morrison, and I'm the little rock that I came from him, and so that was a cool interpretation of the cut. What's funny about it, and I told this to Foom yesterday. What's funny about it is that I didn't realize I'd been cut, so I didn't feel any pain. When I first got cut, I didn't realize that I was cut, so I didn't feel any pain. it wasn't until like a minute later or something, I looked down and saw the blood going everywhere, and then I felt it. In fact, I had to have 4 stitches, and I did that without anesthetic. And when I was in 4th grade, I was 9 years old, and I did 4 stitches, having someone stitch 4 stitches in my left hand without anesthetic, and I just took the pain. I just took it, and I'm not saying it didn't hurt, but I just sat there and let it happen. 4 stitches. So anyway, something else to talk about, but that's really that the Eddie thing is very important to me, you know. So anyway, I said that. So thank you. Anything else to talk about? Anything else going on? Summer's it's only 24 days till spring. That's a cool thing. That's a rhyme, by the way. No, I'm feeling good today. The incense always helps me too. Incense is very peaceful to me. Peaceful thing. So about the karaoke thing, I'm just going to go on Sundays as long as that happens. If it doesn't, well, that's fine too. I just go. I got my songs planned for next time too. Funny thing is, the sabotage they try to do with me actually isn't a bad thing, and altogether, there's like good in the bad, in that it keeps me on my toes. You know, when I had to come in on the Aerosmith thing, I had to hear 14 times and come in at the right time with barely hearing it. Well, if anything, that's good preparation for maybe when I'm on stage someday, and I have to come in at the right time, and I may not hear it all that great, but it's all practice to me. Go ahead, screw it up on me. It challenges me if nothing else. And that's okay. All right, I'll take a call. Yeah, I was a hater. Boo-hoo. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. It's good practice. It's fun, and frankly, I'm not doing anything wrong there. I am. What am I doing wrong by going there, singing karaoke, and dancing a little when other people sing, or when there's other music, and walking around and then leaving? What? We can't have that in America now, right? LOL. Well, whatever. Anyway, enough of that. Oh yeah, my new name for my band, Transcendence. It sounds like transcendence. I know you guys get that. I don't have to explain that to you, but I think that's cool. If you say it, transcendence, it's a cool name. And I didn't announce the name on a video, because last time I did that with the name I had at the time, Center, and before I even had a chance, someone started using that name. Well, maybe it already was used, so maybe that's the case. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about there. So I won't go on about that. But I just I changed one of my is now Transcendence. I changed and I didn't rather than announce it in a live video. Just let me just say it. Just use it as a name. See what happens. I like the name. It's cool. So tomorrow is Hump Day Lesson Day. I got some things to talk about for the lesson. I'm happy about that. And I'd like to talk about the song Oscillations, and then I'll go. I think that'll be enough. The song Oscillations is interesting to me, in that it uses pitch axis technique, pitch axis theory. That really Joe is the only guitarist that has made good use of that famously. I'm just starting to use it. And I do it different than any of the songs that Joe does with it, and that's the technique I'm using. It's an E pitch axis, and it's got the chords change. As the chords change, the keys change, but they're all in the key of E. All the modes whatever mode you're in, it's always with the root of E, as the root of the mode. It can be E Phrygian to E Locrian to E Ionian back to E Phrygian. It's always E, but different modes and things, just having just the common point of all being in the key of E. Yeah. So anyway, it's interesting. I like it. It uses pitch axis theory, and it in a different way than Joe's, and it's an original song, and I enjoy I like the sound of it, and I enjoy playing it. So hopefully, you guys liked listening to it. Will like listening to it, and maybe do like listening to it, and appreciate that. And anything else? I'm good. So I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll. I gotta wait for this call to go away so I can shut it off. Love you guys.